Made fun of you last night?
You know? You're right.
Of course.
See that house right there? A bitch lives there. Bitch! Bitch! Super duper hoity-toity bitch. And last but not least, Jennifer. Super duper diva buys her shoes at Kmart. Bitch! That felt good. No! Originally, there was a pole on top of the hill behind the State House, which is where the Beacon Hill gets its name. The hill itself was cut down to fill the Back Bay area below, past the Boston Commons. Today, there is a memorial behind the State House marking the location of the original Beacon pole.
Wow. I don't know where this woman gets her information from. Do you see her right there today? No. Back in the old days, it was just a hill with a small old house where Sally Murphy lived. Sally is what you would call today a self-employed entrepreneur. Back then, she was called a hooker. Sally kept a light in her window for all to see. So when the beacon on the hill was shining, Sally was open for business, if you three know what I mean.
Are you on drugs?
Why do you think they built the State House there? Reminds them of the old times? Speaking of the State House, let's list off a few of the more recent disgraced politicians to pass through these hallowed halls. Good time Charlie Flaherty, Mr. Speaker of the House, pled guilty to felony tax charges. Thomas, don't call me Tommy Finneran, another Mr. Speaker, resigned after an obstruction of justice charge. And who could forget the latest Mr. Speaker, Mr. Salvatore De Masi, serving prison time for federal corruption charges. That's 3 Mr. Speakers in a row caught doing bad things.
Don't forget Billy Bolger, Chuck Turner, and Diane Wilkerson. Chuck and Diane caught on video accepting bribes, and Billy Bolger, former Speaker of the House, lost his seat as president of UMass after lying about speaking to his brother, Whitey Bolger, serial killer and criminal.
Wow, she's actually telling the truth.
Oh, and then of course there's James Curley. Curley was voted to the Board of Aldermen while in prison. He was convicted of a felony 4 times, but served as mayor 4 times, and was even re-elected mayor while still in prison.
They broke the mold with James Michael Curley.
Oh, we are now at the Boston Commons. This is the oldest urban park in all of Boston, in all the world actually. The Puritans bought this land from William Blackstone, who was the first European settler in Boston. It's said that families used to use this land as a cow grazing pasture, and in fact, many of the winding streets in the area were formed by cows on their ways to the commons to graze.
James?
Oh!
Leave me alone.
You are so kind. Thank you. What a kind man.
Well, to bring us back to the lies that Abby just told, she's completely wrong. If you believe that, you'd probably believe me if I said there was free parking spaces in Harvard Square. I'll have you know that this here is the first place in America that streaking took place. Yeah, back during the American Revolution, the British used this land as camp. They put the British officers' tents over there, the British soldiers' tents over there, and right where that gazebo is, they put the hookers' tents. The British officers used to bet on the British soldiers in races to the hookers' tents. Naked races. Oh, except for their boots, of course.
I'm gonna repeat something I asked before. Are you on drugs?
And Park Street was named thusly because the British officers used to park their horses on the corner.
Oh, I'm getting a headache from your tour. Oh, we are now at the John Hancock Tower, one of the most distinguished monuments in all of Boston. The original, isn't it beautiful? With its tall glass panes and mirrored walls. The original design for the building was bad, and every once in a while the glass panes would fall out on people below. They had to block off sidewalks. It cost the city $7 million to replace them.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, I was just wondering if you were going to get to the part when you talk about who the building's named after.
John Hancock, Revolutionary War hero, signer of the Declaration of Independence.
Nah, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have you know that this building right here is named after the first sexual degenerate from Massachusetts, John Hancock.
Oh,
Use your imagination there. All right, you're getting gross. Stop it.
you can't say that.
Of course I can.
No, it's not true.
Who says who?
History books, encyclopedias, even Wikipedia.
Oh, if it's on the internet, then it must be true. Come on, folks. Who are you gonna believe? A seasoned tour operator or Little Miss History Books over here?
Well, I'd really like to know where you get your information.
Huh. Well, tell you the truth. Sounds a little weird. I used to do this gig in a hat and a wig, like a Minuteman dig. I'd stand up here, a musket for my gear, spewing up the facts, rat-a-tat, this and that. But the riders found it boring, my customers was snoring, my tips took a dive. I couldn't do this job, so I tossed the wig and gun, and started having fun like this. I found a way that works okay, in a crazy sort of way, my facts go astray. I make it up, that's right I do, I make it up. Not always true, I make it up. Whatever comes to mind, I make it up. It ain't no crime. If you lie loud enough, long enough, it ain't rough. If you got conviction, people listen to your diction. You can say what you want, cause it all comes out sweet. But moral meet and greet on a rolling trolley seat. The facts I skip and I do it every time. It's a brand new trip and it ain't no crime. I make it up. That's right, I do. I make it up. Not always true, I make it up. Whatever comes to mind, I make it up. It ain't no crime. George Washington wore plumage on his horse up here. Mayor Curley kept a duck in his desk one year. And the Beacon Hill ladies played craps in the square. The first teen drivers, they were friggin' grizzly bears.
He makes it up!
No robbery.
He makes it up!
No phones.
He makes it up!
He makes it up.
He makes it up!
He makes it up.
He makes it up!
I make it up. Drop the mic.
Cash.
Got nothing.
Well, that's just fascinating. Oh, we are now here at Trinity Church, and across the way, the Fairmont Copley Hotel. This church is unique because it is the only building in Boston to have the distinction of being honored as one of the most distinguished buildings in the United States by the American Institute of Architecture. Go ahead, make fun of a church. I dare you.
Ooh, make fun of a church? I couldn't dare show my face in St. Bridget the Cosmetologist parish if I did. Some things you just don't mess with.
Okay. And across the way, Fairmont Copley Hotel. This building is unique because it is the first hotel in Massachusetts to have air conditioning and the first to accept credit cards. Daddy and I used to go here every Sunday for brunch. We were supposed to have my first cocktail in the oak room this evening.
All right, we've seen crybabies here at church. Time to see mine. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to show you is more than a church. It's a shrine. I've said more prayers here than Our Lady of Good Housekeeping Parish. The home of all that is good and righteous in the world. Fenway Park! Now this is a wicked piss of holy place. Everybody, bow your heads in prayer. Show some respect. Do it! Oh Lord, bless us this year with a team that smites mightily with their bats, that throws with great speed and accuracy, that can run the bases prudently and can find the cutoff man. You shine down upon us with favor in 2004 and 2007. Bless us this day with a team that beats the ever-loving snot out of the Yankees every time we play them. In the name of Teddy Ballgame, Kurt, Dewey, Techie, and Yaz, with reverent thoughts of a bloody sock. Amen. Oh my God, I was so wicked pissed. I choke up every time I come by here. While I'm collecting myself, what are your guys' favorite memories of Fenway Park? Anything?
Caught a baseball.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you come up closer and talk about that? What kind of baseball?
Round.
A what?
Round one.
A round or a ground?
It had stitches on it.
It was
That
a...
one at Fenway Park. First time.
Have you ever seen a square baseball? If so, I'd like to hear about that. How about else? Someone else?
I used to work there.
You used to work there.
Picked up hot dogs off the ground, served them.
Disgusting.
Okay, well, this guy probably worked for Yankee Stadium, am I right?
Oh.
Okay, weirdo, yeah. What?
I got mugged outside of Fenway once.
That's outside of it. That has nothing to do with it. You
All right.
can't...
Technicality.
Yeah, it's a perfect place.
Yeah. I saw Bruce Springsteen get electrocuted on stage.
I mean, okay?
What?
Is that supposed to impress us?
Yeah.
He's a great guy. Jeez, you've met him? Oh, he plays at Fenway, so he must be pretty damn good. All right, you guys are a bunch of weirdos. No, tell something.
Can I tell my favorite story?
Yes.
Okay. Well, one time, my best friend Jenny and I won tickets at a charity auction.
Oh.
The Beacon Hill Historical Society was holding an auction because one of the street cleaners ruined a cobblestone. Anyway, so we got all dressed up like one of those girls that stand on the sidelines and catch foul balls. I was doing really well too. I even caught a ground ball and gave it to a little boy sitting in the front row. And let me tell you, his brother was super cute. We started talking, and I totally thought he was gonna give me his number, and I'm like looking at him, and I'm like all excited because I just saw our future together, and I saw our kids, and I saw our dog, and I saw our house, and I was like, this is gonna be
So?
great. So what?
So what happened?
What happened when?
When you were on the frickin' field at Fenway Park in the middle of a Red Sox game.
It was the end of the 9th inning, and we were up by some points, and there were guys on all the little square things all over
Bases chucked?
the court. And anyways, we're looking at each other, and he looks super cute, and he's looking me right in the eye, and I'm like, this is gonna work out so great, and I had killer eyeshadow kiss on that night. And then out of nowhere, the crowd starts going wild, and he starts looking over my head, and I'm looking like, what's he looking at? And so he's just looking over my head, and the crowd's going wild, and I'm like, I don't get it. Why isn't he looking at me? Like I said, I looked really good. I don't get it. I saw our kids just disappeared out of my brain, and then a dog just disappeared out of my brain. So what?
So what happened?
What happened when?
When you were on the frickin' field at Fenway Park in the 9th inning of a Red Sox game.
Oh, well, I woke up 20 minutes later. They forgot to tell us the rules about foul balls. That you have to get out of the way. So I'm looking at the guy. The guy's looking over my head. And Kevin Euclid is looking at the ball. And out of nowhere, bam, we bang into each other. I'm knocked out cold.
I saw that on ESPN. Euchre hurt his knee, 2 runs scored, the Red Sox out of the playoffs. You should have finished the job on him. He's on the Yankees now.
It was a shame. And I didn't even get the guy's number. And I'm not allowed in Fenway anymore. Do you know what persona non grata means? I got a letter from the Red Sox lawyer saying something about that.
Whew. I'm surprised you didn't get beat up after that.
Well, I did lose a lot of Facebook friends. People are so superficial. I mean, you make one mistake.
Oh, hi, is there room on the door?
Oh, I'm sorry. Due to Statute 2, Section 3, Paragraph 4, Sentence 5 of the Boston Trolley Tours Association's handbook, unfortunately, I can't let you on the trolley. Because you're a freaking New York Giants fan! We're talking about the Red Sox here, and you come in your devil horns with your snout, and you're just spewing fire, and it's like, why would you do that to me? I'm having a moment, I'm feeling the magic, Elton John's playing in my head, and then you just Oh, this is one of 3 bridges that connect Boston and the People's Republic of Cambridge.
Oh, I know this one. Can I tell it?
Go ahead, doll.
Mickey's right. This is a bridge that connects Cambridge and Boston, but there's something else exciting about this bridge. Can anyone guess? Notice the measurements?
Ooh, I do know this one.
Besides, the measurement is called smoot. Back in 1958, MIT fraternity took their shortest pledge, Oliver Smoot, from end to end, from one side of the bridge all the way to the other, to measure the bridge. Oliver was 5 feet, 7 inches tall, and they flipped him 364.4 times. The measurement is exact, give or take an earlobe or 2.
A lot of people don't know that Oliver Smoot was actually Olivia Smoot, a girl passing to be a man in disguise.
She was a what?
What? It was like 1958. That was like 100 years ago. The girls couldn't even get into MIT back then.
Girls couldn't. We are now at the Charles River Basin. Every year on the 4th of July, millions of people come here to watch the beautiful fireworks display and listen to the Boston Pops Orchestra.
One year during the overture, I snuck in and played the drums at the head show.
I don't believe you.
Well, if I was lying, would I have this?
That's a chopstick.
No, it's a baton. You know, what the conductus uses. I stole it off of Keith Lockhart. Yeah, he's the conductus of the Boston Symphony Orchestra. You know, it's engraved.
Stolen from Keith Lockhart, July 4th, 2009.
Legit? Traffic. Looks like we're in a genuine traffic tie-up, folks. Usually someone probably blew out a tire and summed the tunnel. When we get in traffic like this, and we ain't going nowhere fast, I like to play a little game I call traffic trivia. I ask you a few questions, you get it right, you win a prize. Abigail, show them what we got today.
If you answer a question correctly, you will be rewarded with a genuine MBTA token, no longer used today.
The stakes are high, folks. All right, question 1. Tom Brady is A, a god, B, quarterback for the most awesome wicked pisser team in all of sports, C, married to a drop-dead, gorgeous, babylicious model, or D, all of the above. I know this one's tough.
B.
See?
B.
Good guess. All these things. Could one person have all of these things? It sounds so unbelievable.
C.
I'm giving you a huge hint, weirdo. Come on.
Nancy.
What?
F.
Oh wait, that's D.
Oh, we got a winner! Woo! Now don't use it, because you can't.
Oh, can I ask one?
Yeah.
Massachusetts is divided into multiple counties. Norfolk County is home to 4 U.S. presidents. Can you name them?
Harry Truman.
Harry
Not
Truman.
a president, not a president. Anyone?
Henry Ford.
No.
Oh, Harry Truman.
No.
There's only like 50.
Still not a president.
Take a guess.
Come on, anyone? Name anyone.
You get a
Robert Cleveland.
coin.
No, the answer is John Adams, John Quincy Adams, JFK, and George Bush Sr.
We also would have accepted
Thank you.
John Kerry. Why? Because he thinks he's president. Oh, or Tom Brady. It's like, yeah, God or president, that guy has it all. You can't watch sports. You're homeless. You don't have a TV or access to a field. I do what I can. Okay. Okay. It's my turn, right? Okay. Old Ironsides is a cheap place to, not a cheap place, a local scotch sold in local cheap scotch sold in local packies. B, what my father called my mother only once. Or C, the oldest fully commissioned Navy vessel located in the Charlestown shipyard.
A and B.
D.
Wait a minute. Did you say D?
C.
I think that's right. It is right. Yeah. Give him a weird one. Yes, I do. This song is played at the end of each and every Red Sox victory. Is it A, Sweet Caroline, ba ba ba? B, Mandy by Barry Manilow. C, we beat the effing Yankees, we beat them. We beat the effing Yankees, we beat them. Or D, love that dirty water. Ba, ba, ba. No? Dirty water. Anybody? There's 4 options. You have a 1 in 4 shot of getting the best prize. Just take what?
A.
No, that's tricky because that's played during the game.
B, Ed.
You are the weirdest person I have ever
I
met.
know the
What?
answers.
Then it has to be C.
No. What? D? Another token!
Smart girl.
Money bags over here. You could get on a lot of trains in 1986.
You take them out. Is We Beat the
Oh.
Effing Yankees a real song?
We beat the effing Yankees, for your information. You said that, right? It's not a song, but I have a sick backup band and some studio time, so you'll hear about Christmas 2014.
Oh,
Yep.
I got one.
Yep.
The Boston Public Library is A, the first municipal library in Massachusetts. B, has over 6 million books. C, is the first library to offer free internet service. Or
D, a lousy place to pick up chicks. You've tried a lot. I've struck out with more chicks there than J.D. Drew has with runners on base. I'm serious.
the answer would have been all of the above, but considering Mickey's answer, still is.
I have way better chances with girls than you do.
Debatable.
Mayor Thomas Menino is A, the mayor of Boston, B, a fine dresser, C, the first Italian-American voted to the mayor's office, or D, as a fine public speaker.
None of the above.
God, drink a Red Bull or something. Let's get active. Just take a guess.
A, C. A, B, C.
Oh,
A, B, C.
Wait,
You
slow
almost
down.
said it.
D.
The answer is A and C.
Oh, I had it.
His Honor Mayor mumbles Menino. He don't speak too good. Some of his famous quotes are, and I quote, "Boston's parking shortage is an Alcatraz around my neck." Or speaking about the famous Bobby Orr. Everybody, hands over your heart. I'm talking about Bobby Orr here. Thank you. He called him ionic and not iconic. Or, my favorite, during the first Super Bowl, he said, "Varitek splitting the uprights." What? All right, that's it for traffic trivia. How many people on my side got questions right?
A.
You did. You count for 2. You got a lot, money bags.
1, 2, 3.
Well, no, on your side, we got
Five.
Mr. Weirdo.
Five. Yay.
He was just a detriment to the game, so I'm going to say -5. So that's 58 to -5. Go winner, Mickey!
Really, don't worry.
And as the winner, I get to do one thing I've wanted before we leave. And that is, come here. Come here. Yeah! Winner, chicken dinner! Oh, I feel like the Red Sox.
Forgot to mention that part of the tour.
We never discussed it when Anthony was a tour guide.
Ugh. Anyways, traffic has clearly cleared and we can be on our way. We are on our way going towards Government Center. This area used to be known as the West End, gateway to the north and home of some of the finest food in Boston.
Speaking about being on drugs, was this guy high when he designed this building? It looks like upside down.
It's supposed to look that way.
Well, I guess you can get some wicked skateboarding in on all the brick walkways there.
Anyway, like I said, this area used to be known as the West End. Back in the 1970s, Scully Square was completely torn down and replaced with Government Center, 2 courthouses, 2 federal buildings, and the Boston Police Center.
Scully Square was the place to be in 1920s, 30s, and 40s. There was like vaudeville theaters, saloons, ladies providing entertainment. This guy gets it.
It figures the only thing Mickey would get get right on this tour is about saloons and hookers, but he's right. This whole area was completely torn down.
Oh, over by that courthouse is where my grandfather's bar used to be.
Your grandfather owned a bar?
No, he just spent so much time there, they named the frickin' thing after him. All right, folks, time for another contest. Let's hope you do better. Can anybody pronounce this word?
Freebird.
What?
Freebird.
No.
You're a Skinner fan? Barry Manilow and Skinner? You're one of a kind. Anybody? One more guess? You've already won a lot. Oh, it's actually, it's Faneuil. It's Faneuil.
Oh, this area in the 1800s was used as a marketplace and meeting house on the top floor. Over time, it became run down, unused, and was a mess. The mayor at the time redeveloped the area as a festival marketplace, naming it Faneuil Hall after the merchant that built the original building.
In the 1800s, there was a better attraction, especially for sailors.
I'm afraid of what you're going to say next.
It's not named after no Peter Faneuil, it's an anagram.
A what?
You know, an anagram, a bunch of letters that spell out another word, a
Don't you
sentence.
mean acronym?
Yeah, whatever. So here's the real deal about what was going on back then. One of those rich broads from Beacon Hill, one of those hoity-toity ladies from old money families, was a real booze bag. Yup, Evelyn Upperton was her name.
Oh, Upper. I know that family. They live on Marlborough Street.
So the story goes that when old Evie wanted to get her toot on, she'd sort of roll on down the hill and wind up down here. And for under the right circumstances, she'd perform for a lucky gentleman. Faneuil stands for a nickel. Evelyn Upperton is loose with her knickers.
Wouldn't that be Faneuilwhk?
It's like a condensed acronym. Old Evie even did the dirty deed on top of the grasshopper. She'd get that thing spinning and spinning and spinning.
Oh, that's just wrong!
That's an image that won't be leaving your brain anytime soon.
And for that, I will remember you, sir. Not fondly, though. Seriously, though, people, this area has done more to revitalize this city than anything else. The North and South Markets, and including Faneuil Hall. And for that, we thank you, fine people. Give yourselves a round of applause.